Another problem still arises. Such three buildings as the Hall of Middle Harmony, the Hall of Union, and the Palace of Earthly Tranquility have 7 mythological animals on the eaves. How do we rank them? Can another factor determine their ranking? In addition to the mythological animals on the eaves of the Forbidden City, roofing system is another architectural language which determines the architectural hierarchy. We have some terms to know first. Ridge, 正脊, hip, 垂脊, gable, 山墙, and eave, 屋檐. Single-eaved roof, 单檐屋顶, and double-eaved roof, 重檐屋顶. The roof styles are hip roof, 无殿顶, hip and gable roof, 歇山顶, pyramidal roof, 船尖顶. There are 11 roof styles in Qing dynasty, and they can be categorized into single-eaved roof and double-eaved roof. The double-eaved roof includes double-eaved hip roof, 重檐无殿顶, double-eaved hip and gable roof, 重檐歇山顶, and double-eaved pyramidal roof, 重檐船尖顶. The single-eaved roofs include single-eaved hip roof, 单檐无殿顶, single-eaved hip and gable roof, 单檐歇山顶, and the single-eaved pyramidal roof, 单檐船尖顶. There are other single-eaved roof styles. For example, overhanging gable roof, 悬山顶, flush gable roof, 映山顶, four-sided pyramidal roof, 四角船尖顶, covered bucket roof, 鹿顶, and paraboloid roof, 卷棚顶. Let's have a look at the roof styles of the buildings of the Forbidden City mentioned in this lecture. The buildings with double-eaved hip roof are the Hall of Supreme Harmony in the outer court, the Palace of Heavenly Purity, and the Palace of Earthly Tranquility in the inner court. The building with a double-eaved hip and gable roof are Tiananmen Gate and the Hall of Preserving Harmony in the outer court. However, the most intricate hip and gable roof appears in the 4 watchtowers of the Forbidden City. 4 watchtowers are on the 4 corners of the wall surrounding the Forbidden City. Each of them is supported by 9 beams and 18 pillars, and with 3 layers of eaves, 72 ridges on the roof with a gilded spire in the center. Zhu Di, the Yongle Emperor, ordered the chief project commander to build 4 fine corner towers, each with 9 girders, 18 pillars, and 72 ridges in 3 months. A mission impossible. A carpenter got a grasshopper cage with a layer upon layer and 9 girders, 18 posts, and 72 ridges from an old man, who was perceived as Shen Duban, the father of the builders. The roof of the watchtower is 2 hip and gable roofs that intersect and constitute a cross ridge. The watchtower of the Forbidden City are the case in point. The building with double-eaved pyramidal roof is the 4 wings of the Meridian Gate. The entry to the Forbidden City in the south, in the outcourt. The Meridian Gate had 5 openings. The central passage was reserved for the emperor alone. High-ranking civil officials and military officials went in through the side gate on the east and the royal family members on the west. The further side gate were for petty officials, celebrations of victories, ceremonies of accepting prisoners of war, and announcement of the new calendar all took place there. The social hierarchy was obvious by entering the Forbidden City. The buildings with 4-sided pyramidal roof are the Hall of Middle Harmony in the outcourt and the Hall of Union in the inner court. Double-eaved roofs have the higher architectural rank than single-eaved roofs. Let's return to the 3 halls of the outcourt. The Hall of Supreme Harmony has double-eaved hip roof. The Hall of Middle Harmony has a 4-sided pyramidal roof, while the Hall of Preserving Harmony has double-eaved hip and gable roof. Clearly, number 1, the Hall of Supreme Harmony. Number 2, the Hall of Preserving Harmony. Number 3, the Hall of Middle Harmony. Let's think of the 3 rear palaces of the inner court. The Palace of Heavenly Purity has double-eaved hip roof. The Hall of Union have 4-sided pyramidal roof. And the Palace of Earthly Tranquility in the inner court had the double-eaved hip roof too. How to rank the Palace of Heavenly Purity and the Palace of Earthly Tranquility is a problem, as both has not double-eaved hip roof. In order to rank the Palace of Heavenly Purity and the Palace of Earthly Tranquility, now we can find that the number of mythological animals on the eaves can work. The Palace of Heavenly Purity has 9. The Palace of Heavenly Purity has 9 ones, while the Palace of Earthly Tranquility has 7 ones. So the ranking should be number 1, the Palace of Heavenly Purity, number 2, the Palace of Earthly Tranquility, and number 3, the Hall of Union. Roof styles determine the ranking of the building. Let's return to the Hall of Middle Harmony, the Hall of Union, and the Palace of Earthly Tranquility, as all of them have 7 mythological animals on the eaves. We can't rank them without new criterion. Now, let's check their roof styles. Both the Hall of Middle Harmony and the Hall of Union has 4-sided pyramidal roof, while the Palace of Earthly Tranquility has double-eaved hip roof. The ranking can be the Palace of Earthly Tranquility first, as the outer quarter has a higher ranking than the inner court. Despite the same roof style, the Hall of Middle Harmony ranks higher than the Hall of Union. So, with the ranking of the Hall of Supreme Harmony, the Hall of Preserving Harmony, and the Palace of Heavenly Purity, the final ranking of the 3 halls of the outer court and the 3 rear palaces is number 1, the Hall of Supreme Harmony, number 2, the Hall of Preserving Harmony, number 3, the Palace of Heavenly Purity, number 4, the Palace of Earthly Tranquility, number 5, the Hall of Middle Harmony, number 6, the Hall of Union.